How much has changed in the way that teams approach you?
I mean, like you said, they kind of know where I'm at now.
If they play man, they lose.
If it's one-on-one, yes, that's that's how it has to be. And they've showed a lot more attention to me these past couple of years. But the coaches have done a good job kind of moving me around a little bit and getting me in different spots, so it helps me out a little bit. But we have so many weapons. So Dez is back and better than I've ever seen him. So with all our weapons out there, it's going to be hard to double anybody. So it's going to be a good year for us.
It's Cole Beasley here with us in the GBag Nation on the Fan.
Anything different from the quarterback perspective from number 9 to number 4? What's different with Dak Prescott here?
I mean, every quarterback has his own traits and what he's good at. I think Dak gives us a little bit more mobility out of the pocket. Although Romo did have that early in his career, but the majority of the years I played with him, he's a little bit more in the pocket than he used to be. It gives us a little bit more in the run game, I'd say, too, with his mobility as well, running the zone reads and stuff like that.
As a former quarterback yourself, how much do you think about that position and what's going on in their minds and their eyes?
I mean, I don't really go to him, and I try not to. I try not to go to him and complain very much, because I've been there before. It's a hard position to play. It's the hardest position on the football field. As far as me playing quarterback back in the day, it helps me a lot with coverages and just knowing what the defense is going to throw at me and knowing what to look for and where guys are going to, where they might line up or where they might end up. So that's where it helps me the most in the NFL.
So Cole, you have a couple of young guys that you're going to be working against in training camp, Cheeto and Jordan Lewis. Do you, as a wide receiver, after practice is over, when you're back in the hotel, do you say, hey, since this is their first time to ever go against NFL wide receivers, say, when a guy does something like this, let's say you use them up like you kind of do in these one-on-one drills, you say, if I do this, and probably this is what's going to happen with an NFL receiver, to try, or do you let the defensive back coach and the defensive guys really talk to the defensive players?
I mean, I'll give them a little bit. If I see something when I'm going against them that, something that they can improve on, I always, give them information because it makes our team better. So if there's any way I can help, I try to add a little bit. I mean, the coaches do a great job, and, I let them handle it for the most part. Because that's what they do, and they've been in the business way longer than I have. So, but yeah, when I'm going against them and I see something that maybe they can do differently to help them a little bit, I'll pass them any information or any knowledge that can help.
Do you help other receivers, or do you hope they get cut?
It's crazy because how the business is, but I mean it's all a team thing, man. So I'm bringing I don't talk to the outsides as much. I mean I give them a little bit if they ask, but like more with Switz, I'll help him more than anybody just because he's playing my position and he's behind me all the time. So and we're always together. So anything that I can give for him to make him better, because I mean he's going to be out there playing a little bit. So there's no selfishness on our team and our wide receiver group. Anybody that has some knowledge that can help a young guy come up, we do. Because I mean I know I've been there before and I wanted the same. So
how close is he coming in to being ready?
Who?
Switzer.
Switz. Oh, he's got a lot of the skills that you need to play early. With the biggest transition from college to NFL is getting off a press and man coverage, and he's already exceptional at that. So he's already further ahead of a lot of guys, and that's a good thing to have.
Bees, yesterday Jerry Jones had to talk, or the press conference, 20, 30, 40 minutes about non-football issues with the Dallas Cowboys. Right. And we've been talking about it today. How do you guys not let the off-the-field issues that a lot of the media wants to bring up get you guys distracted, I guess, and make sure that you guys are staying within the team?
Well, it's pretty easy, man. Once we get here, we got so much information going into our brain about playbook and schemes and all types of stuff. So it's really easy to kind of close off the outside world, and we're in here. So I mean, it definitely helps, being in Oxnard and away from everything. I mean, even though the media is out here, but I mean the majority, that's like 10 minutes of our day. The rest is all football and what we have to do to get our jobs done. So it's pretty easy.
I'd like to apologize for my English on that question, too.
Oh, no, it's all right.
Okay.
Are you 100%? How are you feeling?
I would say I'm close to 100%, but I feel great. I mean, I didn't feel it out there at all, so I'm ready to
go. Did you watch Jordan Spieth at all Sunday? Do you pay attention to golf?
No, I don't.
Does anybody coach you on Twitter?
all the time.
Somebody didn't know people like. Does anybody like tell you? Because my theory is if people are going to fire things at athletes all the time,
Right.
I really enjoy it when somebody fires back. But does anybody ever tell you like, hey, we don't want to do that, or do people just go like, hey, Cole, that was good?
There's everything on there. I mean, you get there's stuff that you wouldn't even think of that they probably say to me. I mean, I can't think of anything on the top of my head, but I've seen some things that are ridiculous. And there's no way for them to know the right or wrong way to do something on that without knowing, what we're doing on the field to play and all the rules that we have to have for how we have to run a certain route and stuff. So it's kind of crazy how they try to coach you up sometimes.
So what was your favorite response to a Twitter hater?
Mine?
Yeah, what you said. What was your favorite thing that you've ever said back?
I don't know if I can't say it on here.
Well, we enjoy it.
Someone actually brought me that tweet and made me sign it. It was the best thing that I've ever had to sign.
And was it their
It was
Twitter handle? Like you tweeted to them and they brought it?
No, it was just my tweet that that I said, and it was like blown up like a big poster, like huge.
So I know you are an NBA fan, right? So what do you think of all these NBA players unhappy with their situations? Now we have Kyrie Irving saying he's unhappy playing with LeBron James. To me, it's kind of weird. It's the only sport where players are getting frustrated with playing with other good players.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a weird deal. I don't even know how to even answer that question, really. I mean, I'll say this: you never know, how a situation is unless you're experiencing it. So it's hard to have an opinion from outside because you don't know what's going on, really. And, we like to pretend like we know, but nobody ever really does. We just kind of voice an opinion without knowing all the facts, and that's how it is with pretty much everything. So
I'm sensing a wise Cole Beasley.
So
is fatherhood coming through? What's going on?
I guess I've just dealt with it.
Just learned it through experience. Okay, how about a couple other questions? Musically, you were in studio with Ben and Skin. I think that was the spring. You turned a couple of us on to the rapper Little Dicky.
Oh yeah, that's my guy.
Appreciated that. Listen to that. What else, what can you tell us about what's new with Little Dicky or another artist that you're interested in?
Little Dicky, I know he's working on his new album right now. He kind of just started. He took a long vacation for a little while, and that's okay. You gotta enjoy it at the same time. So, but I think he's working on his second album now. And I'm expecting big things. He hasn't been rapping for very long. He's probably before his album came out. He was probably only rapping for like a year.
Huh. People really like it when athletes rap. Do you think he could put you on?
He might.
Do you have 16 bars prepared? Mike's a rapper. He's a
horrible
That's
rapper.
what I'm talking about.
So I don't know, maybe a collaboration.
Oh, that would be great. I rhyme nothing.
I'll see if Little Dicky can get a Cowboys in-house rap going.
My last question, Cole, is I have a boy who's 9 years old. He loves football, but he's really little.
Right.
And I'm scared to let him play. Right now, it's still flag football for him, but he's getting to the age where it's about to be put on pads and helmet. Let's just say if you have a son and when he grows up and he says, Dad, I want to play football.
He's already doing it. He doesn't
Yeah.
know all the way what it is, but he knows I do it.
You're not worried at all?
I mean, it's a dangerous sport, but I'm gonna let my kid do what he wants to do. That's what you gotta do. You gotta support their dreams and whatever they want to do. So, I mean, the thing is, it's crazy. When you become a father, everything scares you pretty much. So
I thought I'd never let him play, and I'd always say that on the radio. And now I'm to the point where he likes it so much. I'm like, I can't tell him not to play something that he likes so much.
It's a hard line, man, because I mean, they gotta experience things to learn things as well. So, my wife was scared to death to put him in the pool, and when she was out there and I was with him, I had to like hold him and take good care of him, keep him above water all the time. But when she went in, I was like, all right, dude, we're gonna splash around a little bit, make you go under a little bit, so you know how to do it. So when you do go under, you know what's coming. They gotta experience stuff to know how to handle it. So it's part of it.
All right, so New York Giants Week 1. How are they so good at stopping you guys from scoring last year? What do you do about that?
Well, they have a lot of great defenders, and we obviously play them a lot too. So we're both very familiar with each other. So it's hard to move the ball because they've seen us so many times, and the same goes for them versus us. So really just experience playing against them and then playing against us, and they got some great guys over there now with all the additions that they added last year. So it's definitely going to be a tough one for us.
All right. Thanks, Cole.
Yeah.
Best of luck to you this season.
Yes, sir.
Really appreciate you stopping by the broadcast
I
position
appreciate
here.
y'all having me, man.